This is your Chamoun. In this presentation, I'm gonna answer questions about how to find Linux hardware using the commands in Linux. If you have a computer running Linux and you want to find out what kind of hardware it has without taking it apart, you can use the command line interface. And I went over a session similar to this one and a few days ago, and the sound quality was not good because I was using a microphone which is far away from me. So I figured I'll do this as a follow-up, and if somebody have any questions, you can ask me. If you're running Linux or you're interested to know about the commands, how to run Linux commands to find the hardware, let me know. So they're simple commands, but you have to look for them. I had to do a lot of searches, to find them, and they're very simple. Some of them you need the administrative rights. You have to be an admin, but most of them you can use the standard account. You don't have to be an admin. But we're talking about using Linux at home, having your own desktop or server at home. We're not talking about work or other places because you may not have access and you're not supposed to do it, So the first one is LSHW. LSHW will give you a list of commands, list of hardware, and you can be reading on the screen the specs, what kind of hardware is it, and you can see information that you're not able to understand from the manufacturer because we're not computer engineers or electronics or electrical engineers, so we are end users, who are interested in computers and retrieving information and doing certain tasks and using programs. But sometimes you're interested to know what kind of hardware is your computer running, in case you want to upgrade the memory, or you want to see what kind of, how many hard disk you have, external units. You want to know about the network cards, etc. You can find information, using those commands. So if you're on this live stream, let me know if you have any questions. We're talking about, as you saw the title, about how to find Linux hardware specs and information about your computer using the command line. And the first one you can use is LSHW. Let me see. LHHW. LSHW. LS means listing, and HW, they say one word. HW, it means hardware. Now, if you this will give you a list of all the hardware installed on your computer. Now, if you want a list of the USB devices, you just type LS USB and enter. Just one word, LS USB, enter, and it will give you a list of the USB devices and ports, everything related to the USB. Now, if you wanna find out the hardware related to the PCI devices or the cards, like the peripheral connectors or connection interface, I think PCI. There are some hardware in your computer. They're called PCI cards, like the network card and other kind of cards. And this is, you can find the information listed by using the command ls PCI, one word, ls PCI, and this is how you retrieve the information about the peripheral accessories or hardware devices. Now, if you want to information about let's say the CPU, I think it's LSCPU info or something. I have to look it up. But the ones I gave you are good. You know, you can retrieve a lot of information about the LSHW will give you all the information about your hardware. The LSW, the LSUSB will give you the USB again list of devices. You know, and then the PCI, it will give you the PCI devices, what's in your computer. This way you don't have to take apart the PC. You know, you can find out the information. Yeah. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. So this is how you find the hardware. You know, if you're interested in learning about Linux, how to use the Linux commands, drop a comment or a question and I can answer you right now. Yeah, it's good. It's good to know how to use Linux commands. If you're running a Linux desktop or server at home, you know, even at work, you know, you might have access to Linux and you're using it. So it's good to know the commands, you know. Guys, let me know where you're tuning in from and if you have any questions. Any questions or comments or yeah, again, we're talking about Linux commands to access the information related to the hardware installed in your computer or you know, that are embedded with your computer. So there are so many commands, but the first one, the easiest one, is LSHW. LSHW. It will give you the list of hardware in your computer. So welcome, guys. Welcome. Uni, hey, just learned SQL and I started in PHP. Great, that's great to know. I don't know SQL or PHP, but they're great for you know, web development and building applications. They're very great. You know, I will have to learn PHP at one point. You know, but later on, just to start PHP is pretty hard. Oh, is it? I thought. How come they say PHP is easy? I thought it's easy. You know. But I guess there is nothing easy when it comes to programming and scripting languages. You know, there is nothing easy. You have to, you know, I'm starting with. I mean, I already did HTML5, CSS3. Now I'm starting with JavaScript. You know, I know the basics, but I didn't build any meaningful projects. I'm finding JavaScript very difficult, you know. So somebody advised me to learn Python before JavaScript, you know. Then it will be easier to pick up because Python is easier. That's what I heard, you know. So I'm gonna use Python. So yeah, because Python, I think Python for me is easy. I'm not a programmer or computer science major, you know, and my background is engineering. So, but yeah, PHP and SQL are good, you know. But you know, I would, if it, I mean, myself, I'm learning HTML5, CSS3. I already went through those, but now I'm learning. I'm gonna start with Python. I learned some JavaScript. JavaScript is not easy. I found it difficult, you know. I already learned Python, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and now doing PA. Great, good for you. That's great, you know. Uniowa, where are you tuning in from? Are you in the US or overseas, Uniowa? Where are you from? Where are you tuning in? I'm coming to you live from the US state of South Dakota in the United States. Where are you tuning in from? Are you in the U.S. or? Yeah, I found JavaScript difficult, so. Yeah, any questions? Who else? Any questions, comments? Let me know if you have any questions about Linux commands. Nano in from Portugal. Oh, okay, Portugal. Okay, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Portugal from Europe. Yeah, that's good. That's nice. Yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'll be making more live videos like this. We can talk about the technology, software, and apps, and using software and software as a service like Visual Studio Code and web hosting. I'll be talking more about this. So make sure you subscribe to the channel because now I still have about a few minutes because I'm on my lunch break now at work. But I'll be making more in the evening and tomorrow, maybe in the next few days. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you like this content and you're interested in learning more and sharing your knowledge too, because I don't know everything, I just share my knowledge and let you know what I'm learning, and I'd like to learn from you too, so we can both share our skills and knowledge. Yeah, who else? Anybody else have a question about using Linux commands? JavaScript and Python are easy to learn, but it's a bit complicated when you try to solve. Yes, exactly. Yes. That's what I found out. I learned the basics of JavaScript. I can do a lot. I can do the loops, the variables. I can create like circles on a screen, and when you click on them, they become squares, like simple ones. So I get the simple, but when it comes to solving problems and the project, I found it very difficult. You're right about that, because one of the projects in the course I was taking is it says how to update notification when you click on when you select albums, and when you click on them, you update the notification how many items you selected. I could not get this, man, and it looks easy, but the code behind it was not easy, So I tried it so many times, but at last I gave up, I couldn't handle it, So I found it difficult. So somebody told me you can do with Python. Start with Python; it's easier, maybe a little bit, and you can pick up JavaScript faster, later on. So yeah. So yeah, exactly. That's what happened, So make sure you submit a questions. If you have any questions, let me know. And okay, guys, I'm going back to work now. My lunch is over. So make sure you subscribe and submit a question here, and we'll talk about it later on, either this evening or the next couple of days. I'll be making more videos like this. Now I have to go back to work, So with that said, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, there's no way to learn difficult stuff like that without a course or someone you can directly interact with. Yeah. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Yunen Yui. I don't know if that's the right way to spell your nickname. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but sometimes what's amazing, even if you get a course online, and not everybody can know how to teach. Like everybody can make a course if they know the material, but not everybody can teach an easy way, And they're not live, You just do it on your own. That's the problem, And you ask a question, you have to wait until they answer you. So that's why I stopped. But I'm still subscribed to online courses because the place I subscribe it has a lot of courses, a lot of online, It's got JavaScript, Python, PHP. It's got a lot. That's why I don't want to disconnect I don't want to cancel the service. I'm going to keep it. Okay, guys. With that said, I want to thank you so much for being on this live stream, whether you're on it now or on the future replay. Make sure you submit a question, and also make sure you subscribe. So I'll be making more videos like this. We'll be talking about more technology and programs and stuff, and we can share our knowledge, With that said, I want to thank you so much. Have a great evening, great day, great morning. It depends where you are. Again, my name is George Chamoun, and I'm coming to you live from the U.S. state of South Dakota. And I make videos on YouTube about technology, software as a service. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time. Be safe. Yeah, same to you. Thank you.